Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from TECHOSS. This is the P300w portable power station. And what this is, it's a 300 watt portable power station with 80,000 milliamps of power. This is great for outdoor camping, road trips. It's got multiple outputs, which we'll get into in the video. Let's dig into this now, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what you get once you get everything out of the box. Obviously, you get the unit, and you can see next to my hand, it's really not that big for as much power as this offers. So they've done a really nice job on a slim design with a carry handle and also some attachments on either side for a shoulder strap as well, which I'll show you in just a second. Now here is your charging brick for this. It does take about 3.5 to 4.5 hours to totally charge this power station. So that's something that you need to know, obviously, if you're going to be planning on using it. You do get a shoulder strap there, and those will hook in on both sides, and you can carry it over the shoulder if you do want to do it that way. But it also has that nice handle built into it as well. You get a two-prong power cord for the charging brick as well. And then they also supply you with a very long, thick braided cord, a USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable for that 60 watt power delivery port that they have on the front there. You also get a warranty card and all of your documentation. I would definitely hold on to all of that in case you need to check in on anything. Okay, so let's take a look at the main unit. It is pretty slim. It's only weighing in at about 7.7 pounds. It's got some nice feet on the bottom to hold it in place. On the back here, you're going to see a full AC outlet here with a dummy ground plug and, of course, your input, which is your DC input for recharging the unit. And you can see that there. That's where you'll plug in to recharge the unit. Again, it takes about 3.5 to 4.5 hours to totally charge this. It was more closer to that 4.5 hour in my test of the recharge. Now on the front, we're going to have a bunch of different ports here that you can see, and on the DC side, you're going to be able to see that we have a car adapter. So you do have that convenience adapter, or if you're old school, cigarette lighter adapter for being able to hook up car accessories and that type of thing, as well as two other adapters for DC right alongside of it as well. Now you do have a built-in light here that I will show you once I get this up and running and testing. You do have a PD USB Type-C 60 watt power delivery port, and then a USB Type-A 5 watt by 2.4 amp port as well, so you do have a few of them to hook up USB devices. But overall, a very slim unit. All of the input and output short circuit protection and overcharge protection is built in on this as well, so you don't have to worry about any of that. Let's get some devices hooked up to this, show you exactly how it's working. Okay, so once you have this plugged in and it is charging, you're going to see that we do have an input and an output wattage. So you do have a window that will show you your input, output, and of course your battery level as well. And what this is doing now is charging the actual battery, and it does top out around 70 watts for charging. So while this is charging, it's going to charge at about 70 watts for your input, and again, it'll take you right around that 4 to 4.5 hour mark from totally dead to get it totally set up and ready to go on a full charge, just so you know that. Okay, so now that we've got this charged up and ready to go, you can turn on the LED there, and each section has a orange button that will activate it for the DC here. I can push that button to activate it. I can turn things on or off to leave them on or off. Now you do have a light on the front of here. It has two modes. It has a strobe and a solid mode, and this is great for if you're camping or using this in the dark and you need to have a quick access to a light. Now our PD 60 watt port is up top, USB Type-C, and then our regular USB Type-A is going to be that regular 5 watt 2.4 amp charging that we normally see on USB devices. So I'm going to plug in my tablet here. It's a Tab S7. It does support up to 25 watts for a super fast charging. So we should start to see that once this is plugged in, because it's down around 50%, so it should be charging at the full speed. Now you can see that it ramped up to about 30 watts there, but it kind of levels right out at that 27, 28 watts for the output that you're seeing from the device. So this device is reading that it's putting out 27 watts currently to my tablet, which falls in line with the Tab S7 and its 25 watts for its fast charging. Now, of course, I can hook up my phone or anything else that I would like to do on the other USB port at the same time. So if I want to hook up two devices, I can with no problems. So that shouldn't be a problem at all. Okay, so on the other side, we do have the pure sine wave logo there next to the outlet. And that's a good thing, because you're going to have the pure sine wave inverter, and the conversion rate is going to be higher and the loss is going to be lower. So when you're looking for something like this, you're going to want to make sure that it uses pure sine wave. So this definitely stacks up. Now, if I wanted to plug my tablet into, say, the AC adapter that came with it, which will support a super fast charging, and as we open up the tablet, we can see that it is indeed doing the super fast charging as well. And if we flip the unit over, we should see right around that 30 watts, 28 to 30 watts there. And right now it's sitting at 29, then it kind of jumped to 30. Now it's sitting right around 30. So it does sit at right around that 30, 28 to 30 mark, even with the power brick, but also, more importantly, with that PD output that you get on the USB Type-C. So now those are freed up and I can use them for other devices. So a very, very nice design overall from TECHOSS. So again, the great thing about this is you can see my phone's at 97%, so I can use the bottom USB port just to kind of top that battery off, and then I can use the power delivery USB Type-C port to plug in my tablet, which will draw about 25 watts again at super fast charging, and then that'll top us out at about 30 watts. Which is great, because since this will do up to 300 and at sometimes peak 400, but 300 gives me about 270 watts left over. So I can use the DC input for some car accessories, or I can use the full outlet on the back and plug in something like a 32-inch TV that will pull 60 to 70 watts for about 5 hours. And I can power a full TV. Or if you sleep with a CPAP machine that pulls about 40 watts, you can get about 8 hours of time on a CPAP machine. So if you need that to sleep and you have a power outage at home, then you're good to go. So you can see where this is very nice, not only for outdoors types of activity, but also for at home if you lose power as well. Overall, this will charge a smartphone 20 to 30 times with that battery that's built in. A digital camera 20 to 30 times. It'll run a laptop for a basic laptop for 6 to 7 hours. So it's got a lot of uses here, and again, that 60 watt PD charger is great for people with something like a MacBook, where you'll get a full charge on a MacBook in about an hour. So overall, just really, really nice overall performance from TECHOSS. So there you go. That's my review of the TECHOSS P300w portable power station. Again, you can check it out on Amazon. At the time of this review, it's $199, but they also have a coupon to save you an extra $25, bringing it down to $175. Now, for $175, I think that this is very versatile, and it's lightweight enough that this makes sense on a day or two outing where you're going to be using this. Now, you have to keep your power requirements in mind. If 300 watt hours is not going to be enough, for you, then you're going to have to pay more, of course, and get a larger unit. But then again, you're going to be carrying around a more substantially heavier or bulkier unit to get that same effect. So overall, I think this is a good middle ground, and I think TECHOSS has a great product on their hands. I'm going to give this one a thumbs up. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Remember to like, and if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do so because that always helps me out. And I'll check you guys out on the next video.